Hey everybody, this is Eli Freestone, and you're watching my Project 4 screencast for Advanced Scalable Data, term 1302. So this week went fairly smooth. I did run into the usual problems where I overcomplicate something, and then I ended up in a pretty big time crunch, so I ended up having to make a couple of compromises, but we'll get to those in a sec. Some stuff that went really good, the save data function was actually extremely easy compared to what I thought. I didn't get it on the very first try, at least completely, but it did save something to couch, and then just a little bit of tweaking, and I got it to save all my inputs and everything. So yeah, I was really surprised on how easy that was going to be. So let's go ahead and jump over to the demos here. Now my Android emulator is being super glitchy. I'm not sure why. So we're just going to do a partial demo on that. We're just going to do an edit and then a delete. I've already created a document for it. So let's go ahead and pop into that here. I'm not sure why it's being so glitchy. I actually just barely got it to open up just a couple minutes ago. Before that, it wouldn't even launch at all. It was saying that there was a system.img was missing for the specific type of Android that I was running in my ADV. So anyways, let's go ahead and edit this guy here. Overall, my impressions so far of the emulator are not particularly good, but whether or not the type of glitchiness I'm experiencing is the amount that everybody else is might be a different story. As you can see, it even takes excruciating long just to catch up typing. So there might actually be something wrong here. I don't have enough experience with it to say that this isn't normal. But once it lets me scroll here, we'll go ahead and save it, and then we'll go ahead and delete the document after that. And there was also a couple more things. Again, I'm pretty sure it's jQuery Mobile that's causing this, but it's not showing the event. It's not checking my checkbox either. It did actually start to check it at the beginning, and then it just decided it didn't want to do it anymore for some reason. It wasn't changed or anything. I just was testing over and over again, and then all of a sudden it decided it didn't like that anymore. So once it catches up here, we'll go ahead and pop back into the display and go ahead and delete it so we can move on to iOS, which is much snappier, or at least the simulator. And this is actually the best it's ran so far. This is fourth or fifth take, I think. The others were extremely long because of how glitchy it was. So go ahead and delete this guy. But this is still obviously running pretty poorly. You can probably hear my fans aren't particularly happy either. I was even also going to show you guys some code I ended up having to use that is perfectly functional, but I find it hard to read. So I didn't want to use it. As you can see, it's gone. Anyways, I didn't want to use the code I ended up having to use for my display. Just because it's difficult to read, but it does function. The logic follows all the way through. I just don't like it just because it's not very readable. So let's go ahead and just make a new one over here in iOS. If I could type, that would be sweet. The iOS simulator obviously runs a whole lot better. So here we have our new one, and we'll go ahead and edit that. And then we'll just go ahead and delete it. Oh, actually, I wanted to talk to you about the one of the compromises I had to make. These commas. For some reason, every other format I've tried so far, Couch automatically combines the two strings together, except for if I have a comma there. For some reason, it won't allow any other characters, even if they're escaped, even the characters that you have to escape based on the rules of JSON. It either gets mad or it deletes them and combines the two strings. I'm hoping I have an idea on how to fix that, but it's going to take some time to implement it. I'm hoping that I can get it finished up tonight after this video, but we'll have to see. It does function though, that's what really counts. That little comma just really bugs me though. So we'll go ahead and delete that guy, and it is gone. So yeah, I guess that's about it. This has been Eli Freestone, Project 4 for ASD 1302. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.